It seldom happens that after a big award ceremony in Paris, that a player who doesn't win the Best Player of the Year award ends up trending on social media, and that's what happened in Paris. Just hours after Leo Messi was given the award for the Best Player for the Year 2022, it wasn't him who began trending on social media. It was David Alaba who had started to trend, particularly on Twitter, and this was the hashtag in which he was tagged the most. So what exactly has happened in Paris that led to David Alaba being tagged the most and his name trending the most on social media? Let's, without wasting any time, tell you what exactly has played out. So in Paris, the award ceremony, the annual award ceremony I should say, which is held to felicitate the best players in the world, and these are the three players who had made it to the best footballer of the year category. On one side you had Real Madrid and France striker Karim Benzema, you had Leo Messi, of course, World Cup winner, and you had Kylian Mbappe. So these were the top three players who made it to the list for the best player of the year category, and of course their contributions over the year we are all very well aware of. Kylian Mbappe, World Cup finalist; Leo Messi, World Cup winner; Karim Benzema did everything but couldn't participate in that tournament though because of injury. Later announced his retirement, but let's not forget, played a very pivotal role for Real Madrid, helping them win the Champions League, and his contributions there cannot be forgotten. So these three players made it to the top of the pile as far as the best player of the year award is concerned, and it was Leo Messi who won the award for the best player. But why exactly is it that not Leo Messi but David Alaba has started to trend? Well, here's the reason. Now, like it always happens for this year's ceremony as well, journalists, players, and a bunch of other people were down to the voting system, and David Alaba, because or by virtue of him being the captain of the Austrian side, when it came for him to cast his vote, he ended up voting for Lionel Messi. And what exactly happened? Well, the moment that he voted this and the list was put out after the ceremony got over, the list was put out by FIFA, and when trolls and fans, and in particular Real Madrid fans, very disappointed with them personally, if you ask me. Yes, you understand there's a rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona, but at times you need to keep the rivalry aside, because there is in the game no room for abuse, racist abuse even more, and a lot of hatred is now being directed towards David Alaba for that very reason. The reason being the fact that he voted for Lionel Messi when he was when the option was with him was there, and so his points, whatever points that he had, he ended up voting for Lionel Messi, who of course ended up getting the best player of the year award. But would that really have made a difference in the standings? We'll let you know about that in just a bit. But these are some of the comments that people have been making on social media, with a lot of hate being directed towards David Alaba for not choosing or not giving his points to Karim Benzema, with whom of course he's teammates at Real Madrid, but instead going ahead and giving those points and putting Messi ahead of Karim Benzema. That is what is upsetting Real Madrid fans the most, and these are some of the tweets that we've put together for you, with many fans saying that he no longer deserves to be in the Real Madrid setup because he's not acknowledged the efforts and the brilliance of his teammate Karim Benzema, and he's voted for Lionel Messi instead. That is largely the sentiment among a lot of Real Madrid players right now. But if something can be said, and if I were to give my 2 cents about all the hate that I've also been saying, all the hate that has been directed towards him, also the fact that many fans, beg your pardon, have gone ahead and also abused him racially. We know for a fact that there is absolutely no room for any sort of hatred or racism in the game. But having said that, just reveals the kind of mindset that should not be existing in the game. Of course, a player has an individual choice as well, and there is absolutely no harm in going ahead and voting for somebody whom you're up against at club level, because you've got to give Lionel Messi the credit for what he deserves and the kind of football that he played. I think hands down he was not just the best player in that particular tournament, but you've got to appreciate the fact that all through the year he entertained us like no other footballer could, and there is no harm in saying that he absolutely was the best player in the whole of last year. So these all of these statements, and particularly the hate, the racial abuse being directed at David Alaba, is just unwarranted, and there should be no room in the sport for any such abuse. But would it have made any difference if David Alaba had in fact not voted for Lionel Messi and let's say have given his points to Karim Benzema? Well, not exactly, because this is how the final standings were for the Best Player of the Year award. Lionel Messi being awarded, of course, because he was top of the charts with 52 points. Kylian Mbappe was the second with 44, and even those 5 points that David Alaba had he given those 5 points for Karim Benzema, even then Benzema would have finished in the third place. So had those points been, or had he voted for Karim Benzema, even then things would not have changed a lot, and Benzema would have finished in the third place. So particularly those people who feel that it really could have altered on the day as far as the award winner is concerned, well, here's the clarification that it wouldn't have made any sort of difference on the day. But what it has done is, now because Alaba has been getting all this abuse and he's been getting tagged and he's been trending all this while, what he's done is he's put out this statement, and let's just tell you what he said in this statement. He goes ahead and says that the Austrian national team votes for the award as a team, not me alone. He also says that everyone knows, especially Karim, how much I admire him and his performances, and I've said that time and again that he for me is the best striker in the world. So he's made it very clear. He's come out in public and at a public forum. He said that for him Karim Benzema is the absolute numero uno in world football when it comes to strikers. But he also says that it wasn't just his personal choice. There is a bigger panel that goes ahead and votes, and it's the national team that as a unit votes when it comes to such a voting system, and it wasn't just his personal choice. But having said that, the hashtag continues to trend on social media, and David Alaba getting very undue very undue and unwarranted hate, because it wasn't just his personal decision. And even if it was, I would say as fans and as viewers of the game, we should be absolutely fine, because Lionel Messi hands down has been the best player over the last year or so. And even if he did in his personal capacity, even if he was to choose him, then there should have been no problem with anyone. And racial abuse and the sort of hatred that's being directed to him is there's absolutely no scope and no room for any of that in the game. But we hope you like this video. Let us know in the comment section what you have to say about this whole development, and if at all FIFA, if it's high time for the FIFA to be stepping in and taking some sort of action against the fans who are directing the kind of abuse which has no room in the game. For now, my name is AajTak. We hope you like this video, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe to Sports Today.